We are here to release this press statement in response to what Honorable Isaac Mwaura has alleged. And we want to state categorically as a party that the Orange Democratic Movement is a social democratic party which believes in social protection for the vulnerable, including persons with disabilities. Throughout the history of ODM, ODM has demonstrated tolerance, inclusivity that accommodates persons with disabilities, especially in political participation. It has become the first political party to establish a Persons with Disability League within its structure, showing its commitment to persons with disabilities, including being the first political party to nominate a person with albinism by the name Dr. Isaac Mwaura. This demonstrates that ODM as a party does not discriminate against persons with disabilities. To construe that a comment attributed by Honorable Junet Mohammed to Honorable Isaac Mwaura as an individual was demeaning, of course, to persons with disabilities, and we own that as a party. Honorable Junet Mohammed's comments were purely an individual against an individual, and it was not an individual against a group. And in this case, the group is persons with disabilities, or rather persons with albinism. It is important to note that in a political context, the comment was attributed to the fact that it was attributed to the fact that it had instigated violence, which brought security threat to persons with disabilities in the said meeting that was happening in Githurai. ODM Disability League position against violence and hate speech remains consistent, even as it condemns insensitivity towards persons with disabilities by the political class. We do not condone insensitivity and hate speech. ODM supports and recognizes persons with albinism as part of persons with disabilities and has drawn plans to support persons with disabilities through eradicating barriers that hinder participation, including plans to provide sunscreen lotions to persons with albinism who are members of this great party. Persons with disabilities should be careful with those who want to whip their emotions to gain sympathy by misleading information that is an individual responsibility. Change starts from with us. We know that Honorable Mwaura has been identifying himself as Mudhogo Waroiro. And this has been the norm, and it has brought the insensitivity in a political sense, and we should not be crying foul when it starts with us. Therefore, as a party, we apologize for the statements of Honorable Junet Mohammed, but then again, we know that ODM was the first political party that nominated Honorable Isaac Mwaura to Parliament. So it beats the logic to ask the question whether ODM really believes or has confidence in persons with albinism or rather persons with disabilities. As a lawyer, I understand very well that he who comes to equity comes with clean hands. We believe that Mwaura is not just and he's not clean. He has been quoted severally insulting our great party leader, statements that of course have not been very friendly. But that said, that does not mean that we are here for a contest for who can insult the other more. I'll conclude by saying that ODM believes in diversity and inclusion, and we are sorry for the remarks of Honorable Junet Mohammed. Thank you. Okay.
Members of the Fourth Estate, welcome to Chungwa House. As you have rightfully heard, we have already written to the National Cohesion and Integration Commission regarding the issue of the violence that was instigated by Senator Isaac Mwaura. We have also reported to the DCI because this is an issue of concern, because we know the history of Honorable Isaac Mwaura. He is a problem maker from way back, and he is a thankless person. He never thanks anyone. ODM was the first political party to give him an opportunity for representation, but he went forward to abuse His Excellency, our party leader. He went ahead to Jubilee, and he is also abusing the party leader of Jubilee. Mwaura said something way back. He said that Raila sacrificed his own son. So that means that Mwaura is a negative-minded person. He is not a person who is appreciative for whatever he has been given and the opportunities that he has been given. Even in the year 2014, I remember the incidents of the violence at Bomas. We had the men in black in Kasarani during the elections of party officials. Isaac Mwaura was one of the people who orchestrated violence. And you see, as a person with disability orchestrating violence, what does it mean? It means that he's also against other persons with disabilities in participation of political activities. So we are clear on this, because it was an individual affair. We cannot all be lumped into a group. It was a mistake that he did as an individual. There is no mistake that Junet did to persons with disabilities. What Junet meant, he said that Mwaura usually bleached his face. You see, it is in a political context. He said that he usually changes his situations when he wants nominations, when he moved to different places. So Mwaura is jumpy. Because he was in ODM, he went to Jubilee. So that is the bleaching that Junet meant. Because he is only keen at assisting himself and benefiting himself. As an ODM party, we believe in the strength and capacity and capabilities of persons with disabilities. And we continue to work with persons with disabilities. And also, him instigating violence, that means that he wants bad situations. What does it mean? 6.5 million persons with disabilities all over this country are looking for opportunities. But Senator Isaac Mwaura is hampering those persons with disabilities from accessing those opportunities. So I must clarify this. And all government agencies and all human rights and all the gender commissions, they have to look into the character of the person of Isaac Mwaura. He talks about negative things, hate speeches, he brings about tribal politics, and as a representative, he's tribal. So as a disability community, we say that we are not tribal. So this one has to come out very clearly. So government agency must swing into action and ensure that they report him for whatever he did. I think I'm finished. I've done. Maybe perhaps if my members have things to comment about.
Ladies and gentlemen, we as members of the ODM Disability League feel obliged and duty-bound to come out strongly and defend the character of persons with disabilities in this country. Honorable Mwaura has brought our character into disrepute by, first of all, without shame, issuing reckless statements about the first family. Yeah, the family of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and even our own party leader, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. We want to tell the two leaders, and we want to assure them that persons with disabilities respect every Kenyan family. We are very responsible people, and we are not the way Honorable Mwaura has tried to portray us. Two, we therefore demand an apology from Honorable Isaac Mwaura to the disability fraternity for every now and then trying to, once he has instigated a crisis and he finds himself in a problem, he wants to run back to the disability fraternity and to whip up emotions among the disability members so that he can gain cheap political sympathy. We want to tell him, we as persons living with disabilities cannot push wheelbarrows and handcarts. All we need are opportunities to do business, and we need the laptops that they promised us so that we can be able to work from wherever we are. As you can see, most of us here cannot push handcarts and wheelbarrows. Probably Honorable Mwaura can do that better. So we advise him for free, to move whatever he wants to go wherever he wants to go, and leave us alone. He should stop disrespecting members of the disability movement. We are aware that he has plans to try and take Honorable Junet to court. Our stand is Honorable Junet's comments were targeted at him as an individual. Honorable Junet has apologized to people with disabilities, and we have formally accepted that apology on behalf of people with disabilities in this country. So Honorable Mwaura must give us a break. And we are telling him he has done this over the years since His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga appointed him as an advisor in his office as a Prime Minister. He was an advisor there. Then later on, ODM nominated him to Parliament, and he still had the audacity to insult our party leader. And now he insults the head of state. We want to assure those two leaders that people with disabilities are not like that, are not irresponsible and reckless the way Honorable Mwaura is. Thank you so much.
Anyone else?
They have questions.
So, if you have any questions, any clarifications, is everything clear? If you have any questions,
Okay.
What we need, I think what we need, the name, you forgot to tell us the name.
Vincent Odor. I'm the secretary. The secretary.
Oh, I'm Bella, in case you forget.
It's in the first. Vincent Odor. And the secretary. Vincent Odor. The secretary of ODM Disability League. Secretary. Yeah, ODM Disability League. He's the president. Nixon Vakiri is the president. His name is, yeah.
President.